There's a lot of stuff going on to make you angry right now, isn't there? You could almost say that there's absolutely nothing for you to be happy about. And pretty much, you might even be spending the majority of your days thinking of the most angriest thoughts you could possibly dwell on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to make you angry. I think if you were to sit down right now with a piece of paper and write down the things that make you angry currently, and then the things that make you happy, the anger list would be longer than the joyful or happy list. Why is that? Is it because of the current situation that you are dealing with? Is it because of the situation that your roommate is dealing with? Maybe your family member is dealing with, or people in other places. Maybe you are angry because of the updates that you constantly get on your phone. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of energy on what you can't stand. A lot of energy on who the cause is and why. Trying to figure out those pieces. Something occurs, you react with anger. A particular person comes on your screen, you react with anger. You hear a certain person's voice and you react with anger. You go outside and, I don't know, you see something taking place and you react with anger. There's a lot of anger, or at least it feels that way. This is not to say that anger is not necessary, all right? Anger is a very necessary human emotion. There needs to be more balance. So a reduction in the angry reactions is necessary now. Okay? So this is your challenge for this week. See if you can have more of the opposite reaction, or just not react with anger. Try your best, regardless of what the circumstances are. See how you feel when your reactions to things are not with anger. Okay? And you can take notes, write it down, try and figure out what the pattern is within you, because there is a pattern. Okay, you just haven't looked at it yet. You haven't sat back and said, okay, let me look at myself and see what it is that I do that creates these feelings within me. Let me take a close look at these activities. Let me see what my overall feelings are based on my course of action on a daily basis. You know, it's sort of like you're looking at self and you're analyzing self, because of course right now, you know, you look at everyone else's life. You know, whether it be through social media or regular network media or whatever source that you are using, you're looking at how other people are dealing with things and letting how they deal with it affect you, right? But you are you. You have your own path. You have your own backstory. Everyone has a backstory, and you don't know what everyone's backstory is, but their backstory affects how they are in the present. Something that they went through 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 6 months, whatever it is, there's a backstory. You know, childhood has a lot to do with adulthood. Okay, a person went through something when they were 6 years old, and it sticks with them until they're 72. Isn't that amazing? A person goes through something at age 3, 10, 15, and it sticks with them all the way up to age 42, right? And I guess this is sort of split in half in terms of what I'm talking about, because that would be the living in the past factor. Might have to do a separate episode on that. Let's focus on the removal or reduction of angry reactions. Okay, let's focus on that. And feel free to check out that episode about accountability, okay? Because it directly correlates to what I'm talking about, because I had an experience where I had to do exactly the same thing. I had to look at self and say, hey, wait a minute. I'm reacting with anger. Let me see if I can switch that up and see what happens. And just out of curiosity, made the conscious decision to do it. And then that produced a different result. Because your thoughts carry so much power. And I think a lot of people fail to realize the strength of their own thoughts. They fail to realize this. Okay? And these thoughts travel. They do. And so the more you dwell on the things that produce anger, the more you will see things that produce anger. It's simple mathematics with this. Okay? And this is a blessing upon you, whether you believe in the spiritual realm or not. And let's try this. You're going to focus on something that makes you feel good, harmonious stuff. So 30 seconds, you are going to focus on what makes you feel good. 30 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Ready, and go. And come on back. All right. Round 2. Same thing. You're going to focus on what makes you feel good. And it doesn't have to be the same thing in round 1. You can focus on another thing that makes you feel good. Okay? Don't forget to breathe. 30 seconds. Ready, and go. And come on back. Ah, yeah. We're getting hotter. Now you're going to focus on something else that makes you feel good, or you can continue focusing on the same thing. I'll leave it up to you. Round 3, 30 seconds. Breathe deeper this round. Ready, and go. All right, come on back. How do you feel? Try to do your best to make sure that these are the thoughts, these feel-good thoughts. These are the thoughts that dominate your mind. Try that this week, okay? Of course, there are many thoughts that will travel through your mind, absolutely, and rightfully so. You know, your brain is working. Your vibrations are working. Your senses are on impulse power. So, yeah, I mean, you're going to feel stuff. Let it happen. Let the thoughts travel through. But it's the ones that you dwell on. Remember, the ones that you dwell on the most are the ones that will begin to reflect in your environment. So, see if you can focus on the reduction of anger. The reduction of anger, okay? See if you can focus. If you can remove it completely, hey, for 1 week, that's very impressive. And see how you feel when that's over, okay? Going forward with these episodes, if there is something that you would like for me to mention or discuss or talk about, of course, I don't claim to be an expert in these matters, but I do have experiences to share. If you have questions about anything, feel free to put them in the comments section. If there is anything that you'd like to express, I'm very approachable, and my contact info is on my channel, okay? And I do respond. I try to respond in a timely fashion, okay? So do not be shy about it. If there's something you want to share, something you want to discuss, absolutely feel free to reach out to me, okay? I do this for you. This is not for me. I do this for you. And yes, I do believe in God, so that is also a part of my journey. I do understand that there are those who do not, and that's fine. You are welcome as well, okay? But if there's anything that you want to discuss and get off your chest, do not hesitate to reach out to me, and perhaps I can provide some insight. Just open up. Some people just want to be heard. I think that's the bottom line. All right. I do this from my mind to yours.